And then somehow that jumbled it. Yeah, Mike Deitze, and I've wear many hats, but this one is as lead of a cyber infrastructure system called PCAN. And PCAN's aim is to develop and promote accessible tools for reproducible ecosystem modeling and forecasting. And what we basically have done is constructed a whole ecosystem of tools and resources that are aimed at bringing a wide range of different types of data from remote sensing and geospatial data. And we have a whole module on using hyperspectral data that actually a few of you I've chatted with are actually using already, as well as other field data, structured from networks, unstructured from the community. Ingest that and have tools that help us ingest data, process it, analyze it. And really what our focus is trying to bring models of vegetation and terrestrial biogeochemistry and carbon cycle together with data in order to benchmark them, to calibrate them, to assimilate them, and improve our ability to make forecasts, and also provide unified community scale tools to do all of this so that you're trying to make the whole process more scalable and less redundant. And a real part of this is trying to make it accessible, because we really want the folks who are experts in the discipline, usually people in the field, to play a key role in determining what patterns and what do models need to reproduce to convince experts that they are getting processes right rather than just reproducing patterns. At a larger conceptual scale, though not often a smaller spatial scale. Oh, and I should just say, we have something like 20 models in the system now, ranging from stand scale gap models up to multiple global Earth system models. A couple from the US, the French model, the European model, the Australian model. Like, we got big models in here. So at a larger conceptual scale, I've been really pushing recently, more broadly, the idea of near-term iterative forecasting as a win-win for basic and applied research. The idea here being, on the applied side, all decision making is ultimately about how we think things are going to change in the future in response to the status quo or decision alternatives. So all decision making is ultimately based on what we predict. And we want to, one way of making our science more relevant is to get better at predicting things that are decision relevant. But we also have been really emphasizing that we think this is a win for basic science as well, as a way of thinking about how we can integrate the process of making predictions over time scales so we can validate them with observations, and how that closely mirrors how we think about how science works. It provides us a way of doing out-of-sample validation, protects us against overfitting, and improves. I'm going to start running. You get it. I love to chat with this about this.